We're out here at the World Champion Gym, the Champion Gym, the trainer of champions out here in beautiful Richmond. I'm here with Jaye Byard. How far do we go back? What year are we going back to, you and me?
2001.
You know, one thing I really love about Jaye is he is a true fighter.
Oh, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine.
Like when you think of mentality and you think of the activities and shit that you got to do to become a fighter, dude, you are that guy, eh? You've always been that guy. Let's go on a timeline for a second. What year were you born?
I was born in 81.
You're an 81 guy from Edmonton. Right off the top, who's your biggest influence in your life? Who's your biggest, not just boxing, but I mean period, as just a human being?
Honestly, it would have to be, well, my grandmother was the biggest influence on me. And I think she really kind of guided my moral compass in life. Even though, I made a few mistakes along the way, that was really kind of those words and some of the people along the way that really coached me, that helped me succeed in my aspirations in boxing and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're a boxer, eh? You just love fighting, hey? That's the thing. If you weren't fighting, what would you do?
Probably going crazy. I train twice a day, every day. I spar 5-6 days a week, and the only reason I don't spar 7 days a week is because I can't find somebody to spar on the Lord's Day. So
everyone's in church.
Yes.
I had my little stint in boxing. What's admirable about you, bro, is that you have stayed focused on it, right? And that is hard to do, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to do, bro. Like, to really honestly, to get yourself up every single day as you get older in life. Like, you're not getting any younger, right?
You have to sacrifice time with your family. You have to be willing to sacrifice time away from your friends, from your social life. There's so many things that you have to be willing to give up or not participate in. A coach that I've worked with in the last few years, he used to say at great lengths that if you want to be a champion, you have to live the life of a saint. And so I guess that's really what, we all aspire to, even though we fall short, right?
So what's like the hardest thing about being a guy hungry as you are, because you're a hungry motherfucker, man, right? What's the hardest thing about being a boxer?
I think it's the mental game. And people used to say it was 90%, mental, 10% physical, and it really is the truth. Like, there's been so many setbacks and disappointments and challenges over the years, and ultimately I've had to find a way to stay hopeful and to still believe in myself when there was really not much to be hopeful or positive about. And so the mental game of the setbacks and the adversity that I've had to deal with is really what I'd say is the most challenging part of being a boxer.
Yeah. And then how does being a boxer help you kind of deal with all of those things from the past? What has boxing helped you deal with?
I think the uncomfortability of being a person of mixed race. It's helped me deal with bullying and acceptance issues. When I was younger, like, there was a relative of mine who passed away, who was a boxer probably in the 50s, that brought me into the gym when I was like 10 years old. And I remember walking into the Citadel Boxing Club, and honestly it was Taylor Gordon and Wayne Gordon who were the most influential as far as my boxing goes. It was their teaching and their guidance that really molded me into being able to win a number of Canadian titles and provincial titles, and to still be here, at 39, just basically getting better, and with still a bright future ahead of me in boxing.
Yeah. Ladies, 39. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. There is a temptation to have your dreams ripped away from you by ordinary human beings, right? And I always say that. It's like ordinary human beings won't understand what you're going through, and they'll always be kind of trying to take you away from it. Do you deal with that on a regular basis?
Every day, in little ways. There's always going to be temptation there. Every day I have to make choices to sacrifice time with people. And that seems to be the most precious commodity when you're, a little bit more mature as a boxer. People don't want to give you the same opportunities, so you have to capitalize on the window of opportunity that's there. And anyone or anything that is going to undermine or interfere with my progress and my ambitions to go as far as I can in the sport is just something that gets cut loose. Yeah. It's just the saying De Niro had in the movie Heat,
Remember Jimmy McElwain on the yard used to say, you want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner. Remember that?
And the heat for me is temptation, and it's the devil working. That's all it is, right?
What do you?
Mike, can I say something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come in. Mark. This is Mark, his trainer.
Hey, I'm the Hebrew Hammer, and I got to tell you something. I was listening to you guys talk a little bit.
Hebrew Hammer?
The Hebrew Hammer.
Nice.
Right? Now, I got to tell this. When you talk about distractions and everything else, the best way to put it is it's harder than you guys think for somebody like Jay, and it really is. When the girls comes up to him and says, "Let's go out Friday night," no, I got to go train. They get mad.
Yeah.
What about Saturday night? No, I got a sparring to set up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Being a fighter, you have to be the most selfish person that you can be. And it's the hardest thing for friends and family, and it really is. Everybody's always on your back when you're winning. When you win a fight and you go back to the after party, everybody's on your back. They're all excited. You're the man. I'm with the man. But then when you don't go out with them next Saturday night because you're training, they get all jealous. They get all mad and everything. You have to be selfish and goal-oriented. Jay is one of the most goal-oriented guys I know. He calls me every day. All he talks about is, this is where I want to be. This is how I'm going to get there. He's come a hard, long way to get to where he's at. And he works hard. He's the first one in the gym, and he's the last one to leave. Right? He can only worry about what he can control. He can control what goes in his mouth. He can control how many rounds he does. He can't control the partners he's going to get in there. He can't control the fight the way it's going to be, but he can control the exercise he does. He can control the style that he does. His style is quick. You don't see a heavyweight as quick as Jay is.
Yeah, he's pretty fast, actually. I watched him, and like his movements and stuff, his footwork is good.
He's hard to catch. His head movement's good. His power is good. You're going to get in there and find out a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm going to get in there and find out, yeah. So besides the body shots and the work ethic, right, and the heart that we all know he has, what is Jay's X factor as a fighter? As his trainer, I mean, you've seen a lot of him. You've been around him a lot. What's his X factor?
Besides the dedication, because he is dedicated.
Yeah, besides all the physical.
And I'll always take a guy who can work harder than anybody, because if you ask me, what do I take heart.
Yeah.
Heart over skill any day,
100%.
because I can teach skill. Heart he has more than anybody. Now, the X factor is the quickness of a heavyweight that nobody's used to. No heavyweight out there. They're all slow zombies, and this guy fights like he's a middleweight. His X factor is his speed. Have you ever seen James Toney, Chris Bird, those kind of guys?
Yeah.
He's molded into that character.
Love Chris Bird. Remember Chris Bird? He was a man in Nova Scotia, right? Yeah.
The smallest heavyweight to be the world champion.
Yeah.
He wasn't muscular or anything, but he had that X factor. He had that hands out in front of him. Nobody can touch him, wear you down. This guy wears you down.
Yeah.
Just wait till you get in there and find out.
You're really setting up a really good sparring match here for me from the Hebrew Hammer, man. All right, my name fighting, I was given Teen Idol.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was Mike.
Good-looking guy.
Teen Idol. Yeah, they made me laugh. It was pretty funny.
Did you go bye?
No, I didn't. I should have. I went bye to my career. That's all I did.
I really like the establishment here. In fact, World Champion Club just came on board, officially sponsoring me, so I'm going to be representing this
Congrats,
gym.
bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
And really appreciative of all the support, and they've made me feel so welcome here. And every chance that I get, I come down here and just do everything I can to try and represent this gym well. And I'm looking forward to 2020. It's going to be a special year.
If a person wants to change his life,
Yeah.
I've always said, become a fighter.
Yep.
Why is that? Why is it the fighting Why is the fighting lifestyle so perfect for someone when they want to, let's say, change their life and be a better person?
Well, I think it gives you something to put all your energy and focus into. If you're really serious about it and you're really committed to it, there's a lot of time where you have to spend money out of pocket to make things happen, right? And maybe there's not even anything that comes of it. But you do it not just for the hope of what the desired outcome is. It's really, you have to learn how to invest in the process.
The commitment,
yeah.
right?
I have the opportunity to do something special. I really do believe that, like, destiny has brought me to where I'm at today, and that there's been so many instances and opportunities where, one wrong turn and I'm not sitting here today. There's people along the way that were instrumental in helping me move forward in my life, and there's too many to actually name, and there's going to be so many more in the future. Yeah. So for me, really, it's about building a team and trying to have as many people share in my success as possible.
What's losing like?
I hate losing more than anything. Like, losing, you can probably see the change on my face. Yes. Even when you asked me that.
With Owen in your face.
Like, just the visceral response that losing at anything. I hate losing a game of basketball. I'm still mad about a game of basketball I lost like about 5 years ago, okay? Like that's how it is for me, and that's what motivates me. I don't ever want to feel that feeling ever again.
Let me ask you: is losing overrated?
Is losing overrated?
Well, because you hear the champs say you got to lose to win, but is losing overrated? Is that narrative? I think personally, we've taken that narrative as an okay to not be great, and that we've accepted that losing's okay. It's a part of the learning process. What do you think about losing? Like, really, is it important that you lose in order to get to your goal?
Well, that's a great question. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think it's overrated. I think there was a point in time where I believed that, and to be honest with you, to start out of the gate, losing my first pro fight to a shot that ultimately I didn't even see coming was humbling, and it really made me angry enough that I went back to the drawing board and said the very next day when I was in the gym, I need to figure out what my holes are, and it's not in the ring, it's outside of the ring. I need a coach. I need a trainer. I need a home base. And so now the World Champion Club is my home base. And when I'm done my career, I plan on bringing a world title to this gym and be the first world champion coming out of here. Right? That's one of those goals that gets me up every day.
All right, so promoters and guys out there, look at this guy. We're going to get him on the card. All right, he's you can hit him up on any of his social media. Follow him on Jaye Byard on Instagram. Well, you know what? He'll have a little bit of content after tonight to be putting on his Instagram. Bing, bing, bing. Mike hits the floor. All right, so the second part of this video is going to be the tough part.
You calling me out, son?
It's going to be a tough part for someone. That's all I'm saying.
Me out.
I didn't just wear this shirt because I don't have any laundry clean, okay? I came to bring it today. On all of our Crowbar Gym Talks, I'm going to step in the ring with whoever the toughest guy is in the gym, and we got him here today.
I love this guy.
All right, so we're going to do this. When's your next fight?
I'm hoping the end of March here locally with any luck. I'm just waiting for the contract. Something doesn't happen soon, I'd be fielding offers in another province. So I just want to stay busy. I want to fight 6 times a year at least, or I'm mad.
Look at this guy. Look at him.